Okay, so you've seen it everywhere, right? All over your social media feeds, dropshipping. It's pitched as this amazing side hustle that's going to give you financial freedom, all from your laptop. But can you actually build a real profitable business without ever even touching a product? Let's get into it and see what's really going on.
So in this explainer, we are cutting through all that hype you see online. Seriously, we're going to expose what it actually takes to make it and move right past those promises of easy money to get to the real story.
Yeah, and this quote really just sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? This is not about getting rich overnight. It's about understanding a business model, knowing the pitfalls, and seeing the real potential. So let's get honest about it.
Okay, first things first, we have to separate the dream from the cold, hard reality. So we're gonna kick things off by tackling the 4 biggest myths about dropshipping that you've definitely heard from all those online gurus.
And this is the big one, isn't it? It's the ultimate fantasy. You launch a store today, and you're telling your boss goodbye next week. But how true is that really?
So, look at this. The reality is, dropshipping is a long game. The people who are truly crushing it, we're talking the top 1 to 5%, they aren't just lucky beginners. No way. These are seasoned full-time entrepreneurs who have put in years of work. There's just no instant success button to press.
All right, myth number 2 is all about the products themselves. You know the story. Find some trending gadget on a site like AliExpress, mark up the price, and just watch the cash roll in. But, well, it's not quite that simple.
Here's the problem. Everybody has that exact same idea. And as you can see here, those same generic products, they are already plastered all over Amazon, Temu, and TikTok Shop. That means you're jumping into a super crowded pool, and the competition just crushes your profit margins. To actually win, you need a real edge, something unique that other people can't just copy in 5 minutes.
And that brings us to a really important question about the end goal. I mean, is a basic dropshipping store the final destination? Is that the sustainable business you're going to be running for years and years?
Okay, so this is crucial. Think of dropshipping as a fantastic stepping stone, but it is not the destination. Relying 100% on other people's products with no real brand of your own, that's not a solid long-term plan. The real goal for serious entrepreneurs is to use dropshipping to test the market, find a winning product, and then move on to building a real brand, through private labeling, where you actually put your own logo on a product. And finally, let's talk about the money. That start for free claim is probably one of the most attractive parts of the whole dropshipping pitch. But is it actually possible to build a profitable store without investing a dime?
Right, so while it's true you don't buy inventory up front, the reality is you need cash. A realistic budget is somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. And most of that money, it's going straight into advertising and testing a bunch of different products just to find that one winner. That's what it takes to build a serious store. Okay, now that we've busted some of those big myths, let's look at this with our eyes wide open. What are the real pros and the real cons of using dropshipping as your side hustle? So on the plus side, the appeal is pretty obvious. It's super flexible. You can work on it whenever you find the time. The financial risk is way lower than a traditional retail business. You can run the whole thing from anywhere with a laptop. You can automate a ton of the tasks. And maybe the most important thing, you end up building some seriously valuable business skills in things like marketing and sales. But, there's always another side to the story. This is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. It needs your attention every single day. Your income can be all over the place, especially in the beginning. And trust me, dealing with customer complaints about slow shipping or product quality could be a real headache. Plus, you have to stay on top of trends that change at lightning speed. All right, so let's talk about the bottom line. How does all of this translate to your bank account? How much money can you realistically expect to make from this? Let's break down the numbers.
First, let's just hammer this point home one more time. That initial investment. Like we said, having $5,000 to $10,000 ready to go gives you a real runway to test your ads, find those winning products, and build momentum. This isn't just a suggestion, it's what gives your store a fighting chance to succeed.
Now, once you're actually up and running and you start to get your feet under you, a potential monthly profit of $2,000 to $10,000 is a pretty common range for beginners who are starting to get some real traction. This is that exciting stage where you're learning, you're tweaking things, and you're finally seeing your hard work start to pay off. And for the people who stick with it, who really learn the game and scale up the right way, the potential is much higher. Experienced sellers who are investing heavily in their ads and have their whole operation running like a well-oiled machine can see net profits over $10,000 a month. So,
If you've heard all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, and you're still thinking, okay, I'm in, I want to do this, what's the plan? Well, here is a clear 8-step roadmap to get you from just an idea to a fully launched store.
The process is really logical when you break it down. You start with deep research to find your niche and your products. Then, and this is a huge one, you find a reliable supplier. Your entire business basically depends on them. From there, you build out your store, connect some apps to automate things, then you market your store like crazy, and finally, you just constantly watch the data and tweak things to get better results.
And speaking of suppliers, that choice is absolutely critical. Here are just a few of the popular options, and each one kind of has its own specialty. Whether you're sourcing from China with AliExpress, or maybe you want faster shipping from the US with a company like Spocket, whoever you choose, making sure they're reliable is one of the most important decisions you will make, period.
Okay, we've covered the myths, the pros and cons, the money, the whole roadmap. Now it all really comes down to one final, very personal question.
And really, it all boils down to this. Dropshipping is for you if you actually enjoy digital marketing, if you get a kick out of testing new ideas and looking at the data, and if you see this as the first step on a long-term journey. But it is absolutely not for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick button or some passive income stream that requires zero effort.
So maybe the best way to look at dropshipping isn't as a side hustle at all, but more like a business incubator. It's a low-risk way to learn the ropes of e-commerce. It's a stepping stone. So the only real question left is, if you take that first step, what amazing brand will you build next?